The GAN 13 is one of the greatest speed cubes, but why does it cost £70? Hey everyone, SpeedyGonCube here, and today we'll find out the pros and cons of this cube, followed by my overall opinion on whether I think it's worth it. With the unboxing experience, it comes with a magnetic box, which has an adjustment tool inside it, and it's got the cube itself with a few cards and a GAN bag. Now the specs of this puzzle, the cube is 56mm, it weighs 71 grams, and this cube costs £67 on speedcubing.org. or £70 if you choose to buy the UV coated version. But if you use the discount code SpeedyGonCuber, that £67 becomes £63.65. So yeah, use my discount code. Now the new features of this puzzle is that it consists of 8 core magnets, 56 piece magnets, 12 repulsion magnets and 12 MagLev rings. And there are magnets in the edges that repel the core. This actually helps the cube to stay more aligned, and you use the magnetic stick to make all these adjustments. So let me show you how to adjust it. To adjust the GAN 13, you're going to use an adjustment tool. However, when you look through the accessories, it's going to be very difficult to find where it is because it's actually hidden inside this box. So this is the box where the cube comes. When you open it, the cube is like this. And you would think that this box has just got a cube inside it. Well, no, it's actually got an adjustment piece right inside here. The adjustment tool is hidden inside here and you take it out like that. Like, it's kind of in a place where you really wouldn't expect it to be. But yeah, this is the little tiny adjustment tool that you use to adjust it. To adjust the tensions and axis distance, you're going to take a center cap off. Now, on the GAN 13, the center caps are really hard to take off. So instead, what I like to do is take an edge piece out and then maybe I'll take a couple pieces out. It's hard to get these center caps to come off, but once they are off, we are fine. And here's the place where I adjust it. So you adjust the axis distance at the top and you adjust the tensions at the bottom. So to adjust the axis distance, you'll see this top part and you put this tiny adjustment tool onto here and you start turning it clockwise. The higher the number, the looser the cube is. And to tell which setting you're basically on is where this line is on. So I'm currently on setting 2, but if I wanted to, I can change it. Now to adjust the tension, you go onto the bit behind it, which is this like a gear thingy. The higher the number, the tighter the cube is. So you've got to move this adjustment tool to the very back, and again you start turning it clockwise. Now one thing you definitely don't want to do is turn this anti-clockwise. If you turn it anti-clockwise, you risk damaging the puzzle. And obviously once you decide like a setting, you want to do that to every other centerpiece on the cube. But yeah, that's how to adjust tensions and axis distance. Now you're probably wondering, how do you adjust the magnets? Well, it's the same thing. It's got 6 different settings. So if you rotate it halfway, you'll notice that there's like this part on the corner piece. And because there's 8 corner pieces, that means 8 adjustments. So again, you're going to use this very small tool. It's the same tool that you use to tension it. You'll notice again that they're from 1 to 6, and this is 1 being the weakest and 6 being the strongest. Again, with this one, you're going to do that for every single corner piece, like all 8 corner pieces, and once they're all done, you'll have the magnets on the right setting. Now there is a total of 6 different settings for both center travel, tension, and magnets, and if you do the maths, 6 cubed is 216. That's a lot of settings to choose from, so keep experimenting. I actually have my axis distance set to 2, I have my tension set to 3, and the magnets are on the strongest setting. Now the reason why my magnets are on the strongest setting is because you don't really notice the strong magnets when turning at such a high TPS, and the strong magnets allow the puzzle to stay like really stable. It definitely does take a while to choose the right settings, so keep experimenting. I recommend firstly picking like the strongest setting and then picking the weakest setting, and picking somewhere in that range to decide whatever works best for you. And if you want to know more, check out my unboxing. Now to know what this cube's really capable of, we need to talk about some competition experience. So firstly, I guess like a couple weeks after I got this cube, I competed at the UK Championships, which I think was a very good competition to test like how good this cube was. And in the first round, I got an 11-second average, which wasn't good for me. I realized like during that average, the cube just felt really unstable. Like it was probably like I was on the wrong setting. So for the next day, I adjusted the puzzle again, like had a go at changing more settings. But the next day, I was able to get like mostly consistent 10-second solves, which was better than the previous day. So I definitely think like making more adjustments is helpful. So my performance there was alright, but it wasn't amazing. But then a couple weeks after that, I competed again and I managed to get 2 sub-10 averages with PRs and consistency. This cube is amazing, but it does take quite a long time to get used to. So should you buy it? If you want the fastest cube, the most customizable, one of the best speed cubes on the market, then yes. However, this cube takes ages to find a good setting and takes some time to get used to its unique feeling, which is probably why I wouldn't recommend this puzzle for beginners. Out of the box, performance is not that great. It's uncontrollable, it's on the wrong setting, and it took me a few weeks to become consistent on it. The next obvious drawback is the price. £67 for a speed cube or £70 if you choose to buy the UV coated version is a lot of money for buying a cube which you may or may not like. If you're worried about spending too much money, then I would probably recommend the Tornado V3, which offers a similar level of performance for less than half the price. Overall, the GAN 13 is a brilliant speed cube. It is my main, and once you get used to it, it becomes the best. Thank you so much again to speedcubing.org for sending this puzzle out to me for free to review. Remember to use discount code SpeedyGunCuber for 5% off any orders. I hope this video helped you to decide whether this cube is right for you or not, and thank you all so much for watching, and happy cubing!